I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. And welcome back to what is another video. Hopefully trying to focus a lot more on the flat now for a good 6 or 7 months. Yeah, there's only so many geldings people can watch going round when they look at pedigrees before they start to think, is it all really worth it? You know, we're always going to be about advancing the breed here on Classic Watch, my own personal project. Geldings are what they are. They serve their purpose. For volume. But for me, it's always going to be about the colts and the fillies. And there's not long to go now, really, until the classic trials in full swing. They already are in America, it could be arguably said, and it's an American horse that we are going to look at today. And he will hopefully add to the win of Dornoch, who won in March the Group 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes, the first 3-year-old trial taken out this season by a horse that I've identified. This is the new site, classicwatch24.great/site.net. You'll see that all the horses are on there now. All the arenas that we're going to cover this year are there. And just in case, the Australian ones from earlier last year, obviously, and all through Europe, America and Japan. The horse in question today is a filly, Godolphin filly, sired by Bernardini out of a dam called Kite Beach called Tarifa. Tarifa won the night, Monica McCarthy and myself previewed, actually. So I had a good chance to have a look at both races in depth, and no surprise, really. Not only did myself and Monica pick 2 good races to look at. We always seem to have a knack of doing that. But the right the right horse to me actually won both races. The horse I wanted to win both races. The horse I was more comfortable moving forward with through the classic process. The fillies race, the Rachel Alexandra Stakes. People see there that Tarifa, that was her first run at Pattern Company. She won a maiden and then she was beaten in a claimer before winning a claimer in January and then coming back in February and landing at the Group 2. They use claimers for a total different purpose than they do in the UK. Not as much of a negative as they are in the UK, claimers, and Europe. So Tarifa, to me, unbeaten this year, won 3 out of 4 starts, $278,925. I think she has a good chance. Tarifa, you'll see there, the pedigree is dam line number 26. I don't know who amended that. Research the dams and broodmare of Secretariat. I mean, I'm sure that everybody knows that. I mean, I don't know how that's happened. So people will just have to ignore that. We're focusing on this bit here by Bernardini, like I said, out of Kite Beach. Usual thing, we're going to look at the first 4 or 5 dams of the horse, see what they did on the track. Then we're going to look at the historic dam line, see what horses are closely related to it. Then we're going to watch the horse win the trial, and then we're going to get on with our lives. That's the plan. Hopefully it will be adhered to. Right, you'll see there, we can go back to Equibase, really, to look at the dams, the first 4 dams, I think, on this site. There's the first dam, Kite Beach, sired by Awesome Again, out of a dam called Tis Dubai. People will see that horse was, in fact, unraced. Second dam of the horse, Tis Dubai, she was decent. Sired by Seas Tizzy, out of a dam called Seas Song, who herself was by Seattle Song. She was also owned by Godolphin. Winner of 2 out of her 4 starts and $117,000. She was actually a graded stakes winner. She won the Group 2 Sorrento Stakes, aged 2. I think that's a 2-year-old race. And then she came back, didn't really train on at 3. Went to England, actually, looking at that. Ran in the Falmouth and the Princess Elizabeth Stakes in the UK, Tis Dubai. But her main form was in America, where she was a Group 3 winning 2-year-old. The third dam, Seas Song, sired by Seattle Song, out of a dam called Lonely Dancer. Not the most prolific mare on the track, winner only 1 of 18 starts. But she was in the frame in 2/3 of her starts, 12 out of 18, for a total of $82,225. You'll see there's no black type form at all going on here. Just plenty of maidens and claimers before she finally won a maiden claiming race in 1990 at Hollywood Park. And the fourth dam, the Ontario-bred Lonely Dancer, foaled in 1975 out of a dam called Nice Sleep Lonely. Winner of 1 out of 10 starts, and only in the first 2 in 3 out of 10 starts. And again, no black type form to note of there at all. The fourth dam. So we've got a decent second dam, haven't we? A Group 2 winning 2-year-old. We've got but it's to me on the historic dam line the reason why I've included this horse. People will see there, if that information moves, that Tarifa is in fact family number 26. And that's actually a line that I've looked at a few times. It's a fairly one-dimensional line, in my view. And I will show you why I think that now, before we look at the relatives. You see that if people start at the top of it, from the old Merlin mare, folding 1700, there is literally very little going on in this century. Just when people think they're getting down it, they're at 1860. 1890, it's all in the 18th and 19th century. Of course, they're going around in the 1940s that won the Australian Derby. Even if you keep going further down, look, there was there in 1962 in Austria. They had a good run. Orby, so good they named a sale after him. The dual Irish and Derby winner of 1904 on this line. And again, you see, you're right back in the 18th and the 19th century. Early 20th, mid 20th century in Argentina. Had a little go there. There is very little going on this line, really. In the middle centuries, we had a go there. Johan Cruyff won the Hong Kong Derby, sired by Dane Hill. But there's the Sea Pigeon was actually on this line. Yeah, that's a gelding, unfortunately. But there is the odd interesting horse as you get further down it. Trempolino is definitely one. Look. Trempolino in 1984, but again, very few and far between on this line. Belgian Derby winner of 2002. Then you're in Spain, and you're back to the 1960s there. Solario in 1925, won the St. Leger. And then you got horses like Junette, 1979, French Oaks winner. You might be able to get back to it in modern day from that one. But the one, Gloaming is on this line. I never knew that. Gloaming, a good Australian gelding that went named a race after. This is the section that we're on. And people will see that this dam is actually very closely related to it. You'll see there, you've got Sea's Song is already there. Lonely Dancer, Sleep Lonely. Does all the work for us, look. Lonely Dancer, Sleep Lonely. Here on Tarifa, because I think Tarifa's on the best part of her dam line at 26. Tis Now is the horse in question. You'll see that Sea's Song, who we've already looked at, is actually also the dam of Tis Now. So the Group 2 winning second dam of this horse is a half-sister, I'm going to say. Awesome again. Tis Dubai. Sees Tizzy. Sea's Song. And our full sister. Excellent. So this horse here, grade 2 winning second dam, is a full sister to Tis Now then, yeah? So already we're starting to piece this one together, I think. People look at Tis Now. First in the Group 1 Super Derby. He also won the Breeders' Cup Classic. But to me, it was as an older horse that he showed his dominance, winning the Santa Anita Handicap, another Breeders' Cup Classic. A Breeders' Cup Class Stakes again. Third in the Woodward. 2000 Horse of the Year and Champion 3-year-old Colt. And 2001 Champion Older Horse. Entered third in 2002, pensioned from stub duties. Unfortunately, in October 2020. So I had to go back to, he was the stallion of this horse here, Dennis's Moment. And then if you click on the sire tab of this site, it tells you how good our stallion is that we actually won. 904 winners, earnings of over $139 million, 86 stakes winners. For Tisnow, nearly 100, obviously. And it will now then name a few of his good progeny as well. So you can say that we can't look at his stallion statistics for this one, unfortunately, because as soon as horses... That's one thing I don't get about horse racing. As soon as horses die, they just forget about them. You know, I would like to see Tisnow's own tab here. Where are his stallion statistics? But because the horse is dead and no longer at stud, the woman who makes this site just deletes him from the site. What a grim job that is, deleting good stallions off your own site just because they're dead. You know, people, I'd love to see the statistics for Tisnow. We go back to the line 26. You'll see there Oxbow. He was the winner of the 2013 Preakness, all sired by Awesome Again. Winner of 3 of his 13 starts in total at just over $1.3 million. He also won the Preakness, sorry, not the Belmont, my mistake. He was actually second in the Belmont, second in the Rebel. And he also won the Group 3 Lecomte Stakes. Those worried Tisnow won 8 of 15 races. He was never out of the first 3. Oh, yeah, he was. Out of the first 3 in one of his 14 starts. Oxbow, you'll see, not as prolific, only in the first 3 in 6 of his 13 starts. Classic winner at his best, though, which gives us hope. Oxbow, luckily for us, is still at stud. Again, look, crops have dwindled. In 2020, he only sired 11. 2021, he only sired 8. I mean, he had 2 decent crops there, look, 77, 92. Sired overall 15 stakes winners, 15 individual stakes winners, who have between them won 23 stakes races, and 6 individual graded winners, who between them have won 10 graded races. Raced purely in America. They seem to be taking their time to develop. More wins at 4 than any year age. That might be an indicator of why the impatience of racing striking again. People want immediate fixes. You know, in racing, they haven't got the patience really to wait for a good Oxbow, even though he's probably perfectly reasonable stallion. You see their race distances as well. They were in distance really up from a mile upwards, it would suggest to this. There may be 6 furlongs, although I put money in them. Oh, well, I wouldn't put money on them. I imagine a few of them would be 2-year-old races. You'll see that he's an interesting stallion, raced virtually exclusively in the USA and Canada. In fact, he's not had 10 runners anywhere else in the world. So he seems to have had no global appeal whatsoever. But it's a good stallion, well-bred stallion, Oxbow, without any shadow of a doubt. And another one I found on this line was a Painter. Oh, yeah, I better show you there where Oxbow fits in. He's very closely related to Tisnow. Look, see Song, the dam of Tisnow, is also the dam of Oxbow. Painter won 4 of his 11 starts. He was actually in the first 2 in 8 out of 11, earning over $1.1 million on the track. You'll see there, Painter won the Haskell at 3 in 2012, second in the Belmont. Again, though, second in the Awesome Again Stakes and the San Diego Handicap. This is a line that trains on. You'll see there, sadly, unfortunately, Painter was euthanised on November the 10th, 2013, due to lameness. But here's the son of Nick's Go. So while Nick's Go commenced stud duties in 2022, we can see the sire statistics there again on this tab. Painter sired 435 progeny to race, 312 winners with a higher percentage than Tisnow was only 65. Painter 71%, earnings of over $57 million, 26 stakes winners, and 24 stakes place getters. Nick's Go, Group 1 winner, and others as well there among the 26 winners. So again, Painter, perfectly reasonable stallion, Painter. You'll see there that C Song is also the dam of Painter. So Painter, Tisnow and Oxbow very closely related. With Tisnow having been pensioned off. You know, the line could do with a boost, I think. You can see why they have kept it in training. This is one I found last year. Like I said, I've had a look at a few trials in America recently, and this is one I did find last year on this line. Group 1 winner, Arkansas Derby, and it also won the same race that was run at this meeting last year in 2023. Angel of Empire is the name of the horse. But you can see why, looking at the other two stallions, they've kept it in training at 4, can't you? Because it could improve on what it's done. But it was so far back, I had to go all the way back. I remember looking at the horse last year. I had to go all the way back to the Argentinian horse, the 7th dam of the horse, Papila. Would also be the 8th dam of Tarifa. But obviously we're straight on at the third line here, you see. A lot nearer than what we are there with Papila. You know, so it's a good advancement this year we've got on this horse, Family 26, from where we were last year. That would indicate to me that my processes are working quite well. So whether this filly is any good, and it is the one that Godolphin will use for the Kentucky Oaks, remains to be seen. I mean, they ran 2 in it last year, didn't they? I think they were 1st and 3rd. Now, this is the only one I've noticed winning in any trials this year so far. But she seems sure to be worthy of her place in the field if she lines up, I think. Rachel Alexandra Stakes was won by last year's Kentucky Oaks winner, Pretty Mischievous, who people will find on a Classic Watch 2023, the 1X. But you'll see there that that horse, Angel of Empires, to me, is an interesting horse to probably, as a colt, to maybe sire some more on a Dam Line 26. There doesn't seem to be that many going round at the moment, does there? So that to me would be one to keep on the right side of, maybe at stud, if people were interested in following this line, because I've not found many other closer to it. Other people might well have, than Oxbow, who sadly died. Oxbow, who's still at stud but is getting no numbers, and Painter and Tisnow. But for now, we're going to take a look at the Rachel Alexandra Stakes, run at Fairground in the middle of February. We'll watch the filly win, and then we'll get on with our life, I think.
They're in the gate. They're off in the Rachel Alexandra Stakes presented by Phasing Tipton. Not the best starts for Pennock, who stumbled and drops back to last. Tarifa broke sharp, quickly tackled by Perfect Shot. And right there is the untouchable winner, Alpine Princess, as they enter the first turn with Joel Rosario. It's Perfect Shot who has the speed to lead. Perfect Shot went to the front. And on the outside is Alpine Princess, who's just into second now, from Tarifa in the Godolphin Blue at the 6.5. Vivi's Dream is up into 4th. And then, after an awkward start, side is Pennock in Orange Cap, and toward the inside is racing a joint last. It's Perfect Shot, who leads them up the back of the track, quarter 24, 37 seconds, 17-1. Perfect Shot to track down. Right there is Alpine Princess, who stays focused in on the front runner for Florent Giroux. Tarifa third against the rail from Vivi's Dream. The trailing two remain Intricate toward the inside, and Pennock is outside. As they go toward the far turn, Intricate, the half mile in 48.55 seconds. Perfect Shot and Alpine Princess staying right with her. Short lead for Perfect Shot, as Alpine Princess is on even terms coming toward the quarter pole. Vivi's Dream and Tarifa. Intricate is now running second to last, and Pennock has dropped back to last as these 3-year-old fillies turn for home here on a sloppy track at the fairgrounds after 3 quarters in 1 minute 13.15 seconds. Alpine Princess, Tarifa charging hard on the outside. Perfect Shot and Intricate is also mounting a late bid. Then Vivi's Dream. Pennock is the distant. It's Tarifa who's taken the lead here for Flavian Pratt. Intricate is now second. Perfect Shot third. Alpine Princess drop back. Tarifa in the Rachel Alexandra Stakes. Tarifa finishes on top by 3 from Intricate. Perfect Shot third, then Alpine Princess and Vivi's Dream.
Wow, I thought that was a strong performance. I remember thinking it was a strong performance at the time when I watched it. Watching it back there has not put me off that thought. I mean, once the horse was pulled off the rail and entered the straight, I thought she powered clear. Intricate, don't forget, I said we looked at that race, Monica McCarthy and myself, on my Reprieve Media CIC double handful that we do. And Intricate's a nice filly. And I thought that Tarifa dealt with her comfortably on the day. And it remains to be seen whether Tarifa, the filly, will take her place in any American Classics next year. I, for one, think she is a fascinating contender at this point. Right, I'm going to leave this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. Thank you very, very much to everybody for supporting the channel and watching the video. Let's hope Tarifa can do the job that I hope she can do. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.